Welcome Tech Masters, and today we're going to be reviewing Ring, the indoor cam. When you think about ease of use, no wiring to be done, an app that's very easy to use, this is a go-to camera. I already implemented outdoor cameras across my property and my home, but this is now about indoor cameras, and we're going to be going into a little bit of a deep dive in terms of what's in the box, how to set it up, and the whole experience. Alright, time for a closer look. And what I love about Ring is they really think about the user. And just to give you an example of that, when you look at opening this, you've got a little lip here. You literally just pull the lip and away you go. So no need to kind of get a knife or anything like that to open the package. Those guys have really thought about it. So let's open this up and see what's inside. So the first package is you get the Ring camera. Again, no surprises there. Cylindrical form. Again, it is what it is. It comes with the base at the bottom, so we'll take that apart here as well. So that can sit next to Slimer. Next thing is pretty much the other package, which includes a power supply and the mounting hardware as well. So all of that's included, usually with the tools as well. You've got the manual in multiple languages and some instructions here, but we won't need that, so that can go here as well. Besides that, there's other stickers, so regardless of what country you're from, you've got stickers in Germany, in German, in different languages, Italian, and finally English that you can put on the door or your window just to say that this is protected by Ring. And again, their mission is to reduce crime in neighborhoods, lets every visitor know your home is protected by Ring. And of course they come with a doorbell, which I also use. We've got two of those for those deliveries as well. So let's get into the box and see what's inside and what the setup looks like. So I've unboxed the camera. As you can see, it's got a protective film around it, which you'll expect. It's also got this here, which gives you some real instructions: wall mounting, unscrew the bit base and reinstall into the rear, which is relatively straightforward. It gives you an arrow. There's the speaker where the sound comes in and out. So there's almost a alarm if someone's there that you want to set that to alert. You can also use that as a two-way communicator to talk to people on the other side as well. And of course it's got very good quality 1080p HD camera as well. And on the app you can see live view, you can see motion activation, and you can pretty much interact with the content that you build, whether you want to save it or whether you want to take a specific video and share it with people, you can. And again, it comes with a power lead, and the power lead you can pretty much, depending on where you are, US, Europe and UK, you can pretty much get those connectors up and running. And it's a USB, micro USB, whatever it's called, is the connector, and then you've got a fairly good length of wire that wherever you need to go this can be. So again, you've got some screws just to mount this if you need to do it upside down or wall mounted, and you've got all the configurations in the application to work with those as well. So I'm going to start the setup process, but before I do that, it's quite simple actually. So here you pretty much scan the code here, and then it takes you to the setup process in the app. So what I'll do is give you an example. So I've got so many Ring cameras around my house. I've got one outside here. Give you a view of this. Again, this is just a Ring doorbell, so that just shows the garden. Again, I can look at notifications, I can talk, I can hang up, and these are the same capabilities that I can do with this indoor camera as well. And the great thing about this is, from a power perspective, with this camera you just plug it in with the lead. There's no other wiring that you need to do, and it's quite a straightforward installation as well. And again, you know, so it's a really easy app to get used to, right? Ultimately, so you pretty much click and point You can go back in time in history, see who's been around the house. And you can go back, look at motion, look at people that rang the doorbell, any types of alerts, and you can control those alerts and move to live view as well if you wanted to. And you can interact. So you've got this voice button here, so you can start to see if you wanted to speak to someone, the sound is outside. You could also, if you wanted to, unmute and start speaking. And again, all of the Ring cameras do this, but this is just my driveway, so I can see my cars. It also comes with night vision, so I can have all of that kind of visibility as well. So all in all, quite an easy experience to use as well. And of course, you can things like event history, so I can break down the event and look at all my cameras in one place and see that actually my driveway camera, my front door, my office, all of these different events have happened across my cameras. And what this app does is brings all of that experience together, and then I can control my notifications, I can snooze it, I can record it, I can star certain bits as well. And equally, if I had an alarm, for example, show you here, if I had an alarm from Ring or lights from Ring, I can use these kind of kits to kind of connect into normal lights as well. Yeah, so lots of capabilities in the app, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up this and show you how that works as well. Right, so I've plugged this in, pretty much ready to go. I'm going to start to see if it does anything. There's a button on the top, so at the moment, not to go, I haven't read the instructions. At the bottom it tells you which way is up. If you did want to wall mount it, you undo the screw, which also allows this to kind of tilt and manage. But this plate comes in and you screw underneath against the wall, so you can essentially hold it up upside down as well. So a few options on that side. So now, from my perspective, let's go to app, the Ring app. Let's go back to main menu.
To Ring. Follow the instructions in the Ring app to continue.
Here we go. So in the Ring app, we simply go here. We look at devices. And then we basically select new device. We tell it it's actually a security camera. There's a code it asks for, so we pretty much go and scan that code here. So I want to know what's the location of this as well. So I'm just going to do custom, and I'm going to say, I'll say rear garden. Ooh, spell that right. Garden. And then we'll say continue. It'll advise me to plug in, which I've already done, so I'll go continue here as well. Wait for your stick camera to enter setup mode. Okay, so it's doing that at the moment. It's kind of flashing generally. So I'll just confirm that the light is flashing. Your stick camera is getting ready to connect with your mobile device. Now it's confirming that the app is talking. Oh, so I'm just going to quickly confirm that it's going to...
Your device is now connecting to your Wi-Fi network. This might take a moment. Rome wasn't built in a day.
So I call my Wi-Fi device GNet, close to Skynet, but we'll wait and see. So I won't hold off. Let's wait and see as soon as this starts to work again. As you can see, it's just in setup mode at the moment. It's connecting to my Wi-Fi network and just building its readiness, so it won't take that long, hopefully. Get that back here. So go back to my Ring experience. The Ring app is now talking to your stick-up camera.
The Ring app is now connected to your Ring device.
And it's just asking me, do you want me to set to a previous Wi-Fi connection? It's telling me that Rome isn't built in a day and it's connecting to my phone. So we'll wait for that to happen. Don't know why the screen's gone funny there. So it's telling me now that setup's been successful after the Wi-Fi bit. So just, click got it. It's telling me congratulations, setup is complete. And it's talking about how I'm going to install it, physical installation, or so on and so forth. So if I go here, want to install your new indoor cam, start tutorial, so I can do a whole tutorial where it can walk me through, put it on a shelf, put it on a wall, put it upside down, what does that look like, and I can go back. I'll skip this for now. I assure you want to skip the tutorial, skip for now. Privacy features, so I can now go on this camera, and it's just acclimating right now. So for example, I can look at live view, and you can see what it's looking at right in front of me. So but from a live view perspective, you'll see the following. And sometimes it takes a while because the first time you're doing it, you've got to activate it. And again, it gives me a live view of what I'm seeing in the back garden as well. Again, the cool thing about this is I can share when it's been recorded. I can talk. I can also, and the sound is coming out the Ring device when I speak to it. I'll mute that, there's no point in me talking to it. I can also put an alarm on, so if I click this exclamation mark over here, it starts going to activate a siren, just in case you want the safety. And again, if I just click it off there, it goes off. So it's quite handy, just so if you want anyone to know what's going on and where it is. And as you can see, the camera quality is really good. You know, when I'm moving around in terms of real time, it kind of shows me a lot of details that I can go into, and it's quite wide angle. So when I'm looking at a room broadly, I can see the content of that room fairly easily with ease as well. So fairly good. And again, this app is fairly easy to use. Again, I can go full screen mode here, and I've got all of these controls that I want at ease when I'm managing this whole camera experience. And as I'm moving this camera around, you can see in real time I'm seeing these changes as well. So quite cool. If you're not that much into technology and setting up, this is a fairly straightforward process. You sign up to the application, you scan the code at the back with the application. That tells you what device it is. You add your Wi-Fi network and you give it a name in terms of what room this is going to stand in, and away you go. So I hope you really enjoyed this initial demo of this device. Absolutely go out and check out the Ring camera. You know, very easy to use, very easy to set up. This whole setup process must have been about 4 or 5 minutes for me to do. Again, the quality is really great. You can't go wrong. So leave a comment if you've got any questions around setup. Give me a like button if you like what you've seen. If you haven't, give me a dislike button. But you know, the whole idea is you can become a tech master before you start investing in the Ring cam and starting your own Ring piece as well. Thanks a lot, guys. See you soon.